My name is Matthew Dixon. I'm here with a couple of colleagues, and we're going to take you through what the Azure Data Box and what the Azure Data Box solutions are. We're part of the Azure Data Box engineering team. We're PMs in that group. So I guess my first sort of question, maybe it's a little bit of a hands up by show of hands, who is already in Azure today? We've got a relatively small crowd, so cool. What about people moving to Azure? Anyone sort of thinking about moving to Azure? And who's worried about the amount of data that they've got to sort of get into Azure? Okay, so we've got some of the right people here that are looking to get there. Okay, so we all know that there's, everyone has a lot of existing data today, and that resides in existing storage, in existing data centers, and you're continuing to add data to that. You've got applications that are growing, and you've got new sources of data that are coming in, whether that be new applications, new sensors, new systems that are out there and generating data. So it's a difficult task to keep that data center up and running, continue to provision storage capacity, make sure that it's backed up, make sure it's available. All of those things are time-consuming tasks. So that can be a costly activity. So looking at the cloud can be quite often a good alternative, where you get to use the elastic capabilities of the cloud, the sort of the pay-as-you-go mechanics of that solution, so that you're able to go move there and sort of get away from some of those IT infrastructure headaches. So you also get some of the benefits of being in the cloud in that there's services there that you can also utilize it. So in addition to running your applications there, you can take advantage of services that are running in the cloud. And so for us, that sort of, when we're talking to our customers, that sort of drove a range of sort of market requirements for how we were going to go about helping people move to the cloud. And that meant, we had to think about solutions that use the network and solutions that didn't use the network, because that wasn't always available. There were requirements coming in about, could I pre-process, could I do things at the edge with that data before I get it into Azure as it's being created? And so what I'm going to do is sort of walk you through some of those solutions or some of those scenarios that we've gone through, and my colleagues will help out as well. So we sort of think of how I get to data into, we think about our Data Box family in a couple of sort of key areas. On that top path, we have the Data Box Gateway. You can think of that as it's a virtual appliance. It provides local file access through SMB and through NFS, and a local cache for files and storage that you put onto that device. It immediately, as data lands on that device, reflects that into Azure, so that you can put data there locally, you can access that data again locally, but you've also immediately moving that data up into Azure. The other path on that online path, you see we have a Data Box Edge. This has the same gateway functionality, but it also has the ability to pre-process and analyze that data either before or during its transmission into Azure. So I get the ability to do fast local reactions to that data with very, very low latency. And Andrew is going to do a great job of going in deep into those scenarios. And on that bottom path, that's really the path when you don't have enough network and you've got a lot of data to move in. And so what do we do? So, we've got Azure Data Box Disk, which we've got some over here. We've got the Azure Data Box itself, and we've got a Data Box Heavy, which we didn't have room to bring in today, or it actually would sort of fit about here. We've got one on the show floor. So let me sort of walk through in greater detail what our offline transfer devices looks like. So in this room, who's concerned you don't have the network bandwidth? I remember there was a few people that don't have the network bandwidth to move. So that's what these devices are for. The common scenarios that have come up while we've been testing, people are looking to move their backup workload today. So today they've got local backups going to some primary location where they can do rapid recovery, and they've also got backups going to a secondary source. That could be a colo, another facility, or a tape housing location, or even a second facility that they're maintaining. And what they're looking to do is make Azure their secondary data center. So they can use Azure purely as a storage destination for that data, for that remote, and you get all the benefits of it being remote, secure, but they're also looking at other benefits in that you can also be your DR location. Because you've got your backup data there, I can restore into Azure, whether it's a single file, an application, or my entire system. I can think of Azure as my second data center. Archive scenarios also come up. We have people that, and these come up into a couple of different ways. They've got people that have got a lot of data. They can't delete it. They need a place to securely locate that data, so that they're looking to offload that and put that into Azure. And maybe they're thinking that data has a lot of potential benefits if I could just analyze it. And by the way, there's services like HD Insight and other things like that that they can use to analyze that data. Then we've got other archive scenarios that are a little more compliance related. So people using archive products are also looking to, rather than have their archive in an offsite location, they can put their compliant archive up into Azure and manage that data there. We've got workload migration, whether that be applications, databases, systems like that. They're running on-premise, and people are using our devices to help move those into Azure. And big data has been another popular one. So people running big, Hadoop scale-out sort of clusters, and they're looking to move the data that got from that cluster, terabytes of that data from that cluster up into Azure, and then they're going to run using Azure's analytical services on that data. So we've been working with those customers to help them export from that cluster onto these devices and get it up into Azure. Media and entertainment has been another interesting one. So people have got large video libraries. Quite often they're on tape media or other types of archive media. And we've had customers today restoring those, all those film archives, media archives, getting them onto Data Box, getting them up into Azure, and they're building their media library in Azure. Also, video on demand libraries, that's another one that's sort of come up. People have, they've had a lot of data that they need to seed their video on demand library up there. And then finally, we've also had, discussions and working with different autonomous vehicle manufacturers. These autonomous vehicles are going out there, they generate a lot of data. They've got multiple cameras, they've got LiDAR, radar, and other telemetry that's running inside of that car being generated every day. So they've got terabytes of data coming out of that car every day. And they want to get it up to a place where they can store it, but more importantly, they want to get it to a place where they can also run compute. They can analyze, do analytics, do their machine learning, rebuild models, and push those models out into the car so that they can do this virtuous circle of running, learning, and relearning. So a couple of these scenarios also have another common thread, which is quite often there's a big bulk amount of data that has to come up there, and that's where these guys come into play. And then there may be incremental, smaller amounts of data, which they're able to use their network to push up there. So I'll go into a little bit about how the Data Box systems work. So the very simple thing is you go to the Azure portal and you order one of these devices, and we would send that to you. So we prepare it in our data center based on your specifications, send it out to your location. Quite simply, you plug it in, you fill it up at your location using your local high-speed connectivity that you typically have there. Once you're complete, ship it back to us. We receive it at the data center, we plug it in, verify it, upload that data into Azure. And then once that's done, we securely erase those devices so that they can be used by the next person without any risk of compromising any of the information that you put on there. So to do that, that's why we built the range of options. So we got the Azure Data Box disks. So for my smallest form factor, smaller amounts of data, we can send these out to you. Our medium size is the Azure Data Box itself. I'll go into more depth, but think about 80 terabytes of usable capacity. It will ship to you like this, in this sort of container. And then the heavy, which is our larger one. So we have a range of things based on the amount of data that you have to bring into Azure, and also sort of how you can connect to the systems that house that data. So I'll walk through the Data Box disk. So the Data Box disks are in preview today. You can think of them as a small form factor transfer appliance. What you do is order them from the Azure portal, and what we'll do is we'll deliver up to a set of 5 of these 8 terabyte disks. So by the time there's formatting, encryption, you get about 35 terabytes of usable capacity across those 5 drives. So they're prepared for you in the data center, shipped to you, and then you plug in. Plug them in either USB or SATA. They can be plugged in. Once you've got them on your environment, you can then unlock them, you can access them, because they're always securely encrypted with a key that was given to you via the Azure portal. So you've got a secure secondary mechanism to understand the encryption key. And only you as the admin will be able to access that key. So with that key and the device, you can unlock it and fill it up. So you can use tools like Robocopy or whatever it is that you need to fill up that drive. Once that's complete, it's ready to ship back to us. So you pack them back up in the nice little Pelican case that's there, get them all safe and sound, ship them back to Azure. We receive them, we plug them in our data center, and that's where that upload process comes in. And we'll bring it into, depending on what you've selected, Azure Blob or Azure Page Blob will be the final destination for that. And an example of someone who's been doing that, LG has been testing autonomous vehicles, and their data collection requirements that they had from those cars. These drives were very well suited to that. They were able to be plugged in, rapidly copy the data off, and then ship those back to the Azure Data Center where they could be uploaded and then made available to the LG engineers. So the next one I'll go into is the actual Azure Data Box itself. That's this device here. So the simple thing here is this would be ordered from the Azure portal again. We prepare it in our data center. It will be pre-configured with the storage accounts that you want to bring data into. So once you receive this at your location, it's going to be a simple matter to open it up. This is where the power button, you open up the back as well, and you simply plug in power and plug in your networking. So it runs off regular power. Networking, there's a RJ45 connection in the back that will run 10 or 1 gigabit for data transfer, and it also has 2 SFP Plus connections so that you can run at 10 gigabits as well with it. So you've got good connectivity into the system, very simple, power it on, plug it in. Then you go to the Azure portal and pick that encryption key, which was provided securely through that alternate channel. And once that's unlocked, it will just look like a NAS system on your environment. So whereas the disks will look like a disk, this will look like a NAS, and I will have a share, whether it's SMB or NFS, that represents my storage account and my storage type. So I'll get a storage account and I can bring it into Block Blob, Page Blob, or Azure files. And then it's a matter of very simply copying data onto that share, whether I'm using Robocopy or some other tool like that. We are also in preview with this device to support Azure Blob storage as well. So if you want to talk directly to this with native Azure storage APIs, that's also something that we're in preview with and we can test out. The other thing to note about this, it is in a tamper-proof, rugged casing, so it does ship like this, so it can survive the rigors of travel. There is, tamper-evident, items on this so that we understand if people have been trying to get at it, as well as, a full AES 256-bit encryption on the data inside of this. So what it means if someone gets one of these devices in transit, intercepts it in such a way, when they plug it in, they're not going to be able to get at your data because it's fully protected with AES 256-bit encryption, and that key was provided only to you as the admin of that system. So some examples. This was a company, Oceaneering. They go out and they scan the seafloor. They're quite often, analyzing, undersea cables or doing mining operations or drilling operations. They're out there gathering data on these ships, and they need to get that data back to the clients that have asked for this and up also in for analysis. So collect the data, put it onto the data box, get it into Azure. That's where they can analyze it and share it with the people that needed it. Another example of that, UCF. They were looking to modernize their backup environment. They use Commvault today, and they've got that secondary site. They wanted to use Azure for their secondary site, but their first backup, the first amount of data that they wanted to seed into Azure was too much for their network. So we came in, delivered a data box, Commvault filled up the data box, we sent it then came back up into Azure. The data was seeded into Azure, and from now on, all their incremental backups or their incremental data is going up over the wire and into Azure. And now the data box heavy. So this is a new device, the one that would sort of fit here, the one that's on the show floor. It's in preview right now. You might be wondering, why do we call it heavy? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, it is heavy. It's about a 500-pound device. Petabytes of storage weigh a lot of money. Weigh a lot. They cost money, yes, and they weigh a lot as well. But the other reason is heavy is also a designation for aircraft and spacecraft that can take a heavy payload. they take that heavy payload up through the clouds, and we figured, well, we're taking a lot of data up to the cloud as well, so we'll also call it heavy. So it's got those sort of two reasons for its name. And once again, it's a very, very similar process to this guy here. Order it, receive it, it will come into, you'll receive it, it's secure. The device, you plug it in, unlock it. Differences is the networking capabilities on this one. Because it's larger, we have 10/40 QSFP plus connections in the back. It has the same levels of encryption, AES 256-bit encryption. We can import to those same locations, block blob, page blob, and Azure files. And it comes with the same sort of security measures that we have on all the other systems. Once you've got it at your environment, once you've filled it up and sent it back, we'll upload it into Azure. And then, as with all of them, they'll go through a NIST certified process to erase that data to ensure that it's not available for anyone else to access. So we've just announced a preview for that device. So I've mentioned a few partners along the way that have helped us with interop with the Azure Data Box systems. So moving data to the cloud can be a little bit problematic if you move it from an application and it's not aware where it went. So we're working with key partners that actually help move data to Azure so that they can be aware of the data box, move data to the data box, and when the data arrives in Azure, they can reacquire that data and then continue with those sort of incremental operations. So we have a great lot of partners that we're working with here. And we also have other import partners as well. We have partners that help us in the case where we've got a lot of media on offline media. So we speak to customers all the time who have large amounts of captive data that are on this old media, and they're looking to ways that they can access that information. And so for that, we actually have been working with different partners that are out there that can help you acquire that data off that tape and either bring that into Azure either through environments that they have locally or using the data box to move that up into Azure. And we also have another great partner, Equinix. So what we also find is, sometimes data boxes aren't available in the regions that you're in, or you've got other requirements for how you can move data in. So Equinix, with their facilities around the world with high-speed connectivity, provide the ability for you to bring your data into that location and use the high-speed networks that they have to move that data into Azure. You can learn more at their booth. And they also have a session on, I think it's Thursday at 10:30, so data center migration. So with that, we'll get ready for a demo. So Cassie's going to come up and give you just a quick view of what the data boxes actually look like, how you go through the setup, and how you go through the ordering process.
Thanks, Matt.
I think PC might have gone to sleep.
I'll get my machine to wake up here.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your patience as we get going here. All right, that looks good. It's probably going to need to connect a little bit. So while my machine's waking up a bit. So today, my goal is to really just give you a visual of what the experience is for creating a job, or what we call it a job, but an order of the data box, and then walking you through what that experience is like when you receive it and use it, and then when you send it back and how you're able to track it. So as Matt's mentioned, you manage this through the Azure portal. So I've got a demo machine set up. Okay, good. And so let's see, let's go here first. So I'm going to create a new order first. And you can find the order links by going to our Azure.com page, so Azure.com WAC Data Box. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to select my subscription account. And my transfer type is import to Azure. I'm going to start this from the US, and I will choose West US as my destination region. So then based on the options that you select, we are going to tell you what's available. You'll notice one thing that's missing here is Data Box Heavy, which we announced this week, and this one should be showing up in the next few days, so look for that. But today, I'm going to walk us through the experience of ordering a data box. So I'm going to name this. And I'm going to choose my resource group, which is Data Box Demo. You can also create a new one here if you need to. My destination is West US. That stays the same. And I'm going to choose my storage account. You can see we have either a V1 storage account or a V2, so we support both. I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. And now we're going to put in all of the contact details. Obviously, getting the shipping information is really interesting for us, so we do some validation here. So I'm just going to put in the Sunnyvale address where the team is. And I'm purposely leaving that zip code blank because I actually can't remember the zip code. And so I'm just going to put my best guess. Fill in my very accurate phone number there. I'm going to do validation. And the first thing it's going to notice is that I didn't have the full zip code, and so it offers me a suggested zip code, which is the right one. Again, we need this to be accurate because we're going to work with our local shippers to ship this to you. So it's validated the address. And I can put in different email addresses to send the information to. I'm going to add Matt on this in case he needs it. And it's just a summary of my order. And so you can see the shipping details, the notification details, just validate everything, and then I'm going to go ahead and order it. I do want to just point out, Matt's talked about the raw versus the usable capacity, and we always make a point to call that out in here. So as you're planning your lifts, you can really think about the actual amount of storage that you're going to have. Okay, so I have an order that I've already created on here, so let's go in there. And so this gives you an idea of what it's going to look like once you've received your device and you've done your copy and you've sent it back to us. So in this case, this box has made it to the Azure Data Center, and we're about to do your copy. And so you'll be able to watch the copy process as well and to see how long it's taking. So similar to like tracking a package, you are tracking this package, but you're tracking it with Azure. The other thing that's interesting here is this is where you're going to find your device credentials. So when you receive that data box on site, it's going to be nice and secure, and only you can get into it once you go and find your credentials in the portal, which is mapped to your storage account. So you'd go in here, you'd copy your credentials, and then let's look at the local UI. So this is me now. Let me make sure I put in the right password. This is me logging into my local box. This is the web UI for the local box. And it didn't like that. Let's see, let me try it again. That might be a network problem. Wouldn't be a demo without a network glitch. All right, I like the look of that. Okay, so this is what your local UI looks like, and basically it's just going to walk you through what you need to do. It's got your network settings. You can also go in and change them if you need to. I wanted to point out the Connect and Copy tab. So this is where you're going to find the credentials for the shares that are already set up. And I have in my network problems. So I'm going to browse to the box as well, and you can see that the shares are set up there. So it's the naming is my storage account and then the storage type. And so just like any normal share, you can use tools like Robocopy to just go ahead and copy your data here, finish it up, and send the box back. So Andrew is going to come up and talk to you about the Edge products and Gateway. Make sure we switch you back over. All right. Do you have a mic?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Cassie. So Matt did a great job walking you through how the DataBox offline devices work. And so what we're going to take a look at now is DataBox online options for transferring your data over the network. There's the clicker. So the first one is DataBox Edge. So DataBox Edge is an AI-enabled appliance that allows you to transfer your data over the network. It consists of a few key components. There's a storage gateway built into it. So as you transfer data into it, it's going to start uploading that to the cloud for you. Has edge compute built on IoT Edge. So it has IoT Edge in there to allow you to push IoT modules as well as containers to the device so you can pre-process data. And I'll talk in a little more detail on each of these. It also has the Project Brainwave FPGA in it. So you can do accelerated ML inferencing on the device. And it is cloud managed. So just like Cassie showed with DataBox, you go to the Azure portal to do the activation of it and to provision new shares onto the device from the cloud. And then we also have Azure Databox Gateway. Azure Databox Gateway has the same storage gateway capabilities as DataBox Edge, but it runs as a virtual machine, so you can deploy this on your own hardware. So if you need different size hardware or special purpose hardware for your particular location where you want to deploy your storage gateway, you can run DataBox Gateway as a virtual machine. And it is cloud managed in the same way. So it's the same management interface for DataBox Edge and DataBox Gateway. And as you'll see in the demo in a couple of minutes, there's a few differences. Like the edge compute pieces only show up when you're connected to a DataBox Edge. And so DataBox Edge, which is actually up here on stage, Matt didn't point this one out, only the offline devices. We also have this down in the expo floor if you want to take a closer look at it or after the session. It is a 1U network appliance. It is made by Microsoft, and basically you go up to the Azure portal to order one of these, and we send it out to you, and it's a loan device. The cost of the device is included in your monthly service for DataBox Edge. And so it is not a CapEx purchase, it's OpEx. It shows up on your monthly Azure bill, and you can keep it for whatever period of time you need to use the device. And as I mentioned, it has that storage gateway, it has the built-in edge computing, and it's cloud managed, whereas DataBox Gateway is a virtual machine, just has the storage gateway functionality, has the same sort of cloud management. And then at a high level, some of the use cases for DataBox Edge and DataBox Gateway are the network transfer I talked about. So if you have data you need to transfer to the cloud, either perhaps you did a lift and shift like University of Central Florida. Did I get the right one? All right, sorry. Brain fade there for a moment. Where they lifted and shifted their data with a data box. Now they have ongoing data they're generating. They can start using DataBox Edge or DataBox Gateway to keep that data flowing up to the cloud over their network connection. Or, there's a lot of scenarios, especially with IoT and the explosion of devices out there, where people are continuing to generate data on-prem. Not everything is going to move to data generated in the cloud. We now have a storage gateway to help you transfer that data, be it using DataBox Edge or using the virtual appliance. Then with DataBox Edge, you also have the ability to pre-process at the edge. So as data comes into the device, you can have containers running against that data to transform that data in whatever way you need before you upload it. So you could subset the data in some way. Maybe you're generating more data than you can send over your connection. You're getting a temperature reading every second, but in reality, you really only need for long-term analytics, every 5 minutes. So you can subset that data and upload a subset of data. Or you can transform the data. So you can change the format of it, you could compress it, you can put it into a large zip file so that you can manage the data more easily in the cloud. Or in the case of IoT or ML inferencing, if you need a result close to where the data is being generated, maybe your internet connection's unreliable or has high latency, so you want that result close to the data, you can get that from DataBox Edge while still pushing your full set of data up to the cloud for retraining your models, deeper analytics, further compute on top of the data. And then the third one is the machine learning piece, and this is where the FPGA really accelerates things. It can do that inferencing significantly faster than just running on a CPU in the device. And so you can have data, images coming in, video coming in, say from security cameras, analyzing the undersea cables and things. And so you can do that inferencing and identify issues right there as the data is coming in that you want to act on immediately while still pushing the data up to the cloud for further analysis or retraining your model or things like that. And there is a session on DataBox Edge and DataBox Gateway tomorrow morning at 10:45 where we'll go into some more detail on each of those use cases. So on the storage gateway side of things, it acts very much like a data box or another NAS device or another storage device on your network. It exposes SMB and NFS shares. So really, you just need to manage your network copy over your local network to those shares exposed on the device. And then it handles the connectivity to the cloud. So if your connection goes down, it handles the retries. If there's high latency, it handles retries. It adjusts to the bandwidth that's available on your network. You can configure bandwidth throttling, so you can minimize the amount of bandwidth it uses during normal business hours while still copying full out overnight. And it does keep a cache of your most recently copied in files or most recently accessed files. So as the cache in the device fills up, the data has been moved up to the cloud already. We delete the local data, but keep metadata representing the files. So it looks like all your files you've copied through the device are still local. If you go to access something you copied in a year ago, we'll go pull that data down from the cloud so that you can have access to it. And then DataBox Edge takes that storage gateway and adds that compute layer to it. So it puts IoT Edge in there. So if you want to run a module, either an IoT module or really any container, IoT Edge is a container management system, and so you can push a container down to the device that acts on that data for you. And essentially, when the data comes in, you define an input share, and the data just sits there. The storage gateway doesn't act on that data until your compute fires against it, and then tags the data, moves it to an output share, where the storage gateway will process it and upload it. So that's another way you can modify the data. As it comes in, you can pick which pieces of data are most important that you want to transfer to the cloud, perhaps discard other data. And so as that data comes in, events are fired into the module management framework in IoT Edge. And one of our preview customers that we've been working with is Cree. And so they are building silicon wafers. And as those wafers come down their manufacturing line, they take thousands of images for quality control and future remediation. And they were filling up their on-prem storage and want to start pushing that to the cloud because they keep them around for 10 years. They don't want to keep managing all that ever-increasing storage. So they're starting to use DataBox Edge to have that data flow up into Azure so they can keep it for long-term storage without having to manage a lot of on-prem storage. And they're going to start looking at using the ML capabilities to do some of that quality control analysis, make that automated as the data goes through DataBox Edge. There's a great video we have on the blog post that talks some about their scenario, the blog post for DataBox that went up yesterday. And so this diagram shows how sort of all the pieces fit together. So in the middle there, you have your local storage. So you have data coming in from your on-prem systems writing into the SMB or NFS shares. And then you can have those modules or containers acting on that data. And those, if it's ML inferencing, those could be using the FPGA brainwave, or they could just write the result back to the local storage, which is then sent up to the cloud. Now, the great thing about having IoT Edge in there is you can also have data coming in directly from IoT sensors. It doesn't have to be SMB or NFS data. And the IoT Edge modules can process that, and again, use brainwave if they want to. High priority things they could send up through as IoT messages to IoT Hub. Lower priority things you could write out as files in the device and then have the storage gateway pushing those up to the cloud for you for further analytics or other processing. And then sort of on the bottom side there, it's showing how once your data comes in, either to blob, page, or file, you can then also do model retraining. So that's sort of connecting the whole ML inferencing picture there. And so the pricing for the DataBox online devices, we just announced both of these yesterday. So DataBox Gateway is a flat fee in US dollars, $125 a month. In preview, it's half price. DataBox Edge, we haven't announced pricing for, but it's going to be under $1,000 a month for that device. We will be announcing pricing for that hopefully by November 1st. So some of the specs, like the Data Box Edge, it has 12 terabytes of NVMe storage in it, so super fast storage. It is 4 25 gig network connections, so if you have high-speed network on your environment, you can pump data into it very quickly. If you have a high-speed internet connection, we can transfer it very quickly. But we also handle that data ingest and balance the transfer to the cloud for you. And then Data Box Gateway, it is, as I mentioned, a virtual appliance, so it has some minimum requirements. It runs on Hyper-V as well as VMware. It does require a minimum of 4 cores, 8 gigs of RAM, and then a 250 gig OS drive, and a minimum of a 2 terabyte data disk. So if you need a smaller device than the 12 terabytes in that, or you need more storage than that, you can deploy a much larger virtual appliance. And then I'm going to hand it back to Cassie for a demo of this.
We'll see if the machine went back to sleep. I know, I have to fix the timing on this. Oh, good. All right. Not yet. Make sure we're connecting first, and we are. Okay. All right, so I want to show you how easy it is to create a share on Data Box Gateway, and I'll point out some of the areas just so you understand what the portal looks like that you would see for Data Box Edge as well. There's going to be more demos in the session tomorrow that dig into the Data Box Edge, so this will just touch on a piece of it. So create and share is quite simple. I want to show you some of the options that are there. So I'm going to create a new share. And I can choose to do an SMB or NFS share. Today I'm going to leave it SMB. I'm going to select my storage account. And then I get to choose which storage service to use. I can choose block blob, page blob, or files. I'm going to stick with block blob right now. I'm going to create a new blob container. And then I can choose to do a read-only file share if I wanted to, just by checking that box. I'm going to leave it this way. And then I'm just going to use my existing demo user. And I'll start that share creation. So one thing to point out here is that Andrew mentioned earlier, but I'm in the Azure portal and I'm managing my Data Box Gateway VM wherever it's installed. Same thing with the Data Box Edge. You've got your local machine on your site, but you can manage it via the portal. So this is the management experience.
The machine you're managing is in Sunnyvale.
Yeah, exactly. So our product team is in Sunnyvale, California, so it's actually back at the office there. So interesting. I don't know why that's there. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I've got a share that's already set up called Demo Share. I'm going to copy some files to it and then let you see what that experience is like when it copies up to the cloud. Z:, is this right? We'll see if it shows up there. Yeah, okay. So this is copying up to my share right now. So you see that popped up there pretty quickly. And so one of the things that I want to point out before we look into Storage Explorer is that, this is just going to start to tier it up to Azure for us. What we don't see is behind the scenes, if the network's dropping, it's doing the retries for you. It's also optimizing for the best time to upload data. Obviously, I'm just uploading a few files, so it's probably going to be instant. But if you're uploading a massive amount of data, it's going to wait until your network isn't as busy to upload. So let's go in and check out Demo Share. So you see it was empty there just now. And when we go in, we can see that there's data in there again. So pretty quickly, and then let's just go back into our And you can see now that my new share is created. And if I were on a DataBox Edge device, you would see one more square here for compute modules. You can see it over here on the edge, on the side, and it's grayed out. And so again, you'll see more of that demo tomorrow. But same portal is used for both machines. There's just that small difference. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. All right, so just a summary slide here showing the range of devices in the DataBox family. So we have everything to help you move your data into Azure, be it offline because the bandwidth's not available for the amount of data you need to transfer, from the small disks to the DataBox Heavy that is down on the expo floor and is quite large and cool looking, petabyte in a filing cabinet, to the online data transfer, which is the gateway, as well as the DataBox Edge physical appliance. And then, as I mentioned, there's another session tomorrow morning that goes into detail, and we'll have some compute demos on DataBox Edge as well as more on the gateway. Covering that tomorrow at 10:45. I think Matt and I have both mentioned a couple times, we have the range of devices down on the show floor. You're welcome to come up here afterwards. And then we do have the websites up with all the devices listed on it, so you can get more information there as well. Oh, and Cassie's waving at me. There's a storage social hour tomorrow afternoon, and we have tickets for that if you want to come up here and grab a ticket. I think there's snacks and beer, so anybody that likes beer, free beer tomorrow afternoon. That's the end. We can open up to questions if anybody has questions.
So if you've got somewhere between 80 terabytes and petabytes, is it better to use multiple trips with that or just the big one and half fill it?
Do you want to take that one?
I can take that one. I'll try to be loud. I realize not everyone's here.
Or take Cassie's.
If you've got, let's say it's under a couple of hundred terabytes, then multiple of the smaller ones is probably a quicker and faster way of doing it. If you've got 500 terabytes or more, then maybe you'd start to look at the heavy.
Other questions? Yes.
All of your cases and types for moving data into Azure, into the cloud, any use cases for getting back out, recovering the data center or something like that?
Yeah, so the question was, these devices are good at helping you get data in. Are they good at helping you get data out? So I'd say the offline devices today, that's one of the most asked for requests that we've got. It's something that we have on our roadmap to enable you to export data as well via that device. The edge devices, the edge and the gateway, have the ability to see all the data that you have in Azure, and you can retrieve it through that mechanism.
Yeah, we'll talk about that some more in the session tomorrow, but they do have the ability to manually sync a view of the cloud. So if you add new data in your storage container up there, you could then hit refresh and get a view of that down on the device. So yes. Question?
Are the preview modules available in the government portal as well?
So the question was, are the preview capabilities available in the Gov portal? The offline devices, we expect to enable that early in 2019 for the Gov portal.
Right, and for the DataBox Online for Edge and Gateway, those will be available before the end of the year is our target date.
Did I see that the DataBox disk cannot be synced to Azure files yet?
So the question was, can DataBox disk support Azure files? And at this stage, it's Azure Block Blob and Page Blob, so it doesn't go to Azure files today.
Are there questions? Yes. Sorry, I didn't catch which
So
kind
the
of share?
question was, are you able to act as a DFS share so that you can participate in like DFSR, DFSN, that type of thing? I don't know the sorry, I know what those two technologies are. I don't know how if they relate to what you can do here on the edge.
That is not something we have tried at this point, so I would say no, but we can look into it if that's of interest.
I think you'd have to be having some of the DFSR capabilities on there, and since those aren't enabled, probably
today.
is not a capability today. Any other? Yes.
So I've been working a lot with the StoreSimple family before, since like even prior to the acquisition of Microsoft. I like the edge device. Could you maybe kind of elaborate more where basically like the StoreSimple is when the edge device is? Because like this one obviously has like, some compute integrated in it, and you do the cloud storage way differently than you did in 2012. So do you guys work with StoreSimple? Do you discontinuing StoreSimple? What's gonna happen there?
So I'm actually the PM for Gateway, Edge, and StoreSimple, so I can take that one. The question was, what's the future roadmap of StoreSimple, and how does that relate to Databox Edge? I would say that there are some key differences between StoreSimple and Databox Edge. StoreSimple is really more of a NAS type device where you had a bunch of on-prem storage, and then it would eventually tier to the cloud as it got cooler. This immediately starts tiering data to the cloud. StoreSimple used a custom format because it did a bunch of compression and dedupe, and so everything was stored on StoreSimple and in the cloud in that format. Everything's native format here, so as soon as data lands in the cloud, you can start working with it. So this solves some of the StoreSimple use cases around transferring data up for further use or archival purposes. AFS takes on some of the sort of general purpose file server use cases, so those are more the direction that we're headed right now in the storage group. Having said that, StoreSimple is fully supported through 2022.
No further development?
There are no further devices on the roadmap right now.
Any other questions? If not, then thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. See you later.